and good job on making it to the second activity for this week. Good job. So in this video, I'm going to very briefly give you an example of an alternative of what you can do for this assignment. So as you see on this screen, there are two options for what you need to do for this assignment. So you can choose to either essentially write out your goals and write them out using the medicine wheel format. You do not need to use that format if you'd prefer not to. You can use another sort of graphic visual organizer, or you can do what I'm doing right now, which is record a video. So in your assignment, what I'm asking for you is 4 SMART goals. For the sake of time, I am going to give you an example of one SMART goal that I have. Just a reminder, what's a SMART goal? A SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So my example of a SMART goal, since we were just talking about emotional intelligence, I've noticed, I'm giving a hypothetical example, but I've noticed that I could better manage my emotions. I just keep getting so angry at students. I don't. But I get so angry at students, and I want to better control my anger and my frustration. So how am I going to work towards managing my emotions? Well, first of all, specifically, what I really want to do is find a way to calm myself down so I don't get frustrated so easily. So that's a specific part of it. How am I going to measure if I'm actually accomplishing my goal? I'm going to measure it because through taking notes. So I'm actually going to keep a journal, and I'm going to keep track of my emotions so that at the end of the day, I can kind of see if there's been any progress, if I'm still feeling frustrated from day to day, or if there's any change in my mood and how I'm interacting with people. So I've done SMART, I've done specific, I've done measurable. Is it attainable? Yes, I do think it's attainable. It's not something that's so outside of my limits. We were just learning about emotional intelligence and how, believe it or not, you actually can work on regulating your emotions. So yes, I do believe that it's attainable, and I believe that I will attain it. Okay, so specific, measurable, attainable, realistic. Do I think it's realistic? Well, this really gets to how I'm going to accomplish my goal. So I can't just say, that I want to just not be frustrated at students. I really have to have a plan of action. So how am I going to make this a realistic thing? I am going to keep a journal, but that's not really going to change my behavior. That's just going to keep a record of it. So what I want to do, what I think is going to help me maybe, is making sure that I'm getting enough sleep, that I'm eating healthy foods, that when I'm getting frustrated, I'm taking time for myself. And I think I also really want to look into meditation, because I've heard that it's really helpful when you're feeling stressed out. So realistically, I think that if I do those things and I keep track of it, that it is possible. Now, also, I'm only going to give myself and say 5 minutes of meditation, because I think anything beyond that might be a little bit too much for my hectic schedule. So 5 minutes is the realistic part of my goal. And timely, I'm going to set a goal for this, and my goal is to improve the way that I interact with students by the end of the term. So instead of getting frustrated, which I get so often, I'm going to work on calming myself down, finding my Zen place, and I'm going to keep track of that progress through my journal. So there you go. I kind of rambled on a little bit, but that's an example of a SMART goal, and this is a way that if you would like to, you can represent what your SMART goals are. So once again, you have 2 options for this assignment. Read through it or feel free to watch this video again. Great chatting with you.